No wasting time because time is precious. In this video, we will create a sneaker bot with Cursor AI. So the first thing you have to do is head over to cursor.com and download the software Cursor so you can use it for your personal needs. It's completely free, right? There is a pricing tier, but just use the free version and you should be fine. Once you do that, you just head over to your Cursor environment. You make a folder on your desktop. I name mine Sneaker Agent. You can name yours whatever, and you make this file called bot.js, right? So once you do that, you simply do Command I, and it'll pop up this right side tab here, okay? And you see right here, there's Agent, Ask, Manual. Just keep it to Agent. What this will do is Cursor AI will write code for us. So this is for all the people who are too lazy to code or you don't have technical experience, right? What we're going to be doing, there's the sneaker bot we will create is for this website right here, OnCloud. These shoes are extremely popular in just overall. I think they just announced partnering with Zendaya, a very famous actress, right? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to create a sneaker bot that can buy these shoes super quick, right? To do this, we have to understand the anatomy of an HTML element. So when you look at HTML element, you have the tag name, you have the attribute name, and you have the attribute value. This is the only thing you have to memorize for this entire tutorial, okay? Is an HTML element has three parts: the tag, the attribute, and the value. To be honest, you probably don't even have to memorize this because Cursor AI is just that powerful. It can do everything for you. But with this in mind, we are going to go to this website, and we see that the process of buying an item on this website consists of selecting a size. Let's say it's 5. You click Add to Bag. You click Checkout. It takes you to the next page. And from here, I guess I can remove this, but I was trying to buy some OnClouds earlier. You simply put in your information, and then you click Pay Now at the bottom. Straightforward. So, with this in mind, let's go back. We want to make sure our agent first clicks this, then clicks Add to Bag, then clicks Checkout. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to right-click this, or right-click this, click Inspect, and you see right here we can increase this. Let's look at this is what we want to click, right? So we maximize this. We see the span class, we see another span class, see this. That doesn't really matter for us, but this button right here with roll option, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have we can select that first size, so the size 5, right? So we're going to see this element right here, right? We're going to copy this element, right? So we're copying this entire element, this entire list box, right, of all these sizes. And we are going to now go to Cursor and tell it the following. First, we're going to give it the website. So at web, and you give it the product page. Okay? Now you say, I gave you the link to the product page. Use Puppeteer.js to write an add to cart function that selects the first size in the drop down. Here is the HTML of the drop down. Oh, so we gotta recopy this. So copy element, you paste it, right? And don't worry about it. I know it looks like a lot, but Cursor AI can handle all of it, right? Then you should click the add. So what is this? The add to bag button. So we're gonna do is click it, and then we're gonna copy element, add to bag button with the following HTML, right? And then what happens is we'll say, see a little delay, right? So then we'll say, then wait 2 seconds, and then click, So again, copy element. So simple, right? Just copy and paste. Then click this button right here called checkout with the following HTML. What I will say is this is a general tip when using Puppeteer.js, which is just a framework that does web automation. Use page.evaluate with document.querySelector.click to click things. This is just JavaScript code. Do this instead of page.click. Page.click is another way to click anything on a browser, but you don't have to worry about that. Let's just let Cursor handle all of this, crazy stuff. And it's quite possible that it make some mistakes, but usually it's pretty accurate, so we just have to change maybe one or two small things. Let's see what it gives us. You see right here, it gives the entire breakdown of everything. It provides the add to cart function. It breaks it down in multiple steps, right? See, every step that we told it to do, it did the exact same thing, right? It got the correct selector, right? This is a tag, this is the attribute, this is the value. Again, attribute value, attribute value. Yep, see checkout button. So everything looks good here. We're gonna click accept file. What we're going to do here is let's just delete some of these unnecessary comments. And then once we pick the size, let's wait like 2 seconds again. I know we didn't tell it to wait 2 seconds originally, but in this case, let's just do that. Click the checkout button. And yeah, I mean, everything looks good, right? So with this saved, we are going to open a new terminal. And so we have to install Puppeteer, right? So let's do npm install. And we're actually going to be using Puppeteer-extra. So let's install Puppeteer-extra. So we have Puppeteer installed. And now what we're going to be doing is add Puppeteer extra plugin stealth. This is a package that makes your browser seem undetectable, right? And see, it's going to just quickly tells you all the changes made. Click accept file, right? So see how it added that for us, and now all we have to do is npm install. So npm install, boom, and we can delete this. Cool. Yeah, so we have everything here. Cool, and now we can run our code and check if it works. Oh, there's an error. Cannot find model Puppeteer core. Okay, so we have to install Puppeteer also. Let's give it some time to wait. One other thing we should do is executable path. This is wrong. It should be like application. Yeah. So if you're on Mac, make sure you add this as an executable path. If you're not on Mac and if you're on Windows, then all you have to do to find it is go to Chrome, -- version, executable path, copy it, and then just paste it right here. Cool. And now let's do node bot.js, and there you go. Let's maximize the browser. See, it selected 5. Okay, so then this little annoying thing came up, this little pop-up, and that's kind of messing with our. Let's X this out. Forgot to bag. Will it click checkout? No. See what it says. Oh, wait for time is not a function. Okay. So now it's saying that this function right here, it doesn't exist, right? So what we're going to be saying is, hey, got an error saying use another way to add a delay of time, right? So they say, okay, sorry, and it looks like it's gonna make some fixes for us. So you'll see how they made a fix. simply made a JavaScript function, accept file. So now, because this wasn't working, we told Cursor AI and it fixed it for us. Perfect. Now let's rerun it. Oh, see? It added it back and click checkout. It was so fast, I didn't realize it was finished. So cool. Now we can move on to the shipping function. So what we're going to be doing now is let's minimize this. We know this works, correct? We're going to say here. We are going to. There you go. Div class. We're gonna find. Okay, it looks like we gotta see what this box is right here, right? So it's input ID of name equals first name. Okay, so tag attribute value. We can target this specific input box by saying, hey, type in the input box with this name, right? And we can repeat the steps for each of these, but that's a lot of work. So what we're going to be doing instead is we're going to find the div that has all of this, so this right here, and we're going to copy it, copy element, and we're going to say, now make a function for the shipping form. The shipping form has the following HTML. Use the following data. So remember, we have to give it actual data to fill this information out, right? So what we're going to be doing is use the following data to type in the fields. First name is Ritesh with last name Verma. Phone number is 410-888-9999. Pick any address in Maryland. We will say Maryland and United States already entered. Enter in drop down and shipping form. So skip that. So skip those inputs. And we're going to press enter. And what it should do, hopefully, is find an address and input all the information into these boxes. Right? We missed the email step. So if we just highlight the email step, it's just the input ID equals email. We can add that ourselves. It should be very simple. Look at that, it did that for us. There you go. So see right here, query selector value input. So it typed in each field. I don't usually do this. Puppeteer has a page.type function that usually works, but you know, why not do it this way? At least see if it works. We don't have to. Do you have to save the shipping information? Nah, we don't have to do that. So skip that. Okay. So it'll call the shipping function within this. That's perfect. Now what we need to do is, again, we have to wait for the email field. We gotta make sure we put in our email. So let's do input ID equals email, right? So let's do this. Let's do hashtag email. And I'll show you guys a page.type function. So await page.type. There you go. Right? So it's email, and then you type in the actual value. Cool. Let's close this, and let's check if this works. Yeah, looks like they put like a random address. Let's maximize this, and then just gonna click checkout. And then typed in that. Look at that. Missing a valid contact method. So what happened here is it looks like sometimes you can't use JavaScript to type in fields. So it might just be better just to do the .type, right? So what we're going to be doing is, can you do page.type instead of page.evaluate for typing in fields? The reason this happens is because certain web browsers, they're expecting like key presses, right? Like your keyboard pressing. When you type in Ritesh, it's your keyboard events that are being fired to the computer saying, oh, look, the person's typing on the keyboard. So when you just change the value through JavaScript, it throws the web server off and they don't actually register your your input. So you got to fix that. So let's see what they did. What did they change? So now it's typing, it's typing, it's typing. Perfect. And look how much cleaner this is. So much simpler, right? Let's see if it works though. Let's maximize the browser. Match back, checkout. It's typing, typing, typing. See, it worked this time, right? It's not yelling at us saying, hey, there's no red text. Everything is good. This step, all we have to do is simply input the HTML for this. But what happens with these payment fields is they're inside an iframe. So this is like one big document. Your web page is one big document. Now imagine a document inside of a document. This is a hidden document, right? That's what an iframe is. So it looks like each of these fields are in their own hidden document. So we have to enter the hidden document first. So to enter the hidden document, we have to jump into this iframe. So, and that's a very sneaky way that websites will get you. Okay, so copy HTML element. Let's find the here. So iframe. ID equals number. Okay, so we're going to tell our agent, watch out, there's iframe. So this now make a function for the payment step. In the payment step, the name is already entered. So the name on card is already entered. So ignore that. But enter values for the card number, CVV, expiry. Beware, each of these inputs are in their own iframe. Okay. Here is the entire HTML of the payment HTML. I don't know what to how to else describe that. So you see that, and there's a lot of HTML here, right? But we're hoping that the cursor knows what to do. Make sure to handle the iframes that each input is inside. Use content frame. Content frame is a function that extracts an inside iframe if needed. Okay, so this is done as well, right? Oh yeah, and then it needs credit card information. Use the following card information. Now, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to go to a fake credit card generator website and click generate card numbers. This will pass as a real credit card, but when the credit card actually goes through to place the order, it's going to reject it and say, hey, this is a fake card. So you can't get away with real purchases with a fake card, but just for testing purposes, it'll work. And it looks like expiration date is month, year, so you'll say 06/26. And you press enter. Let's see. So see if they change anything. So they didn't change anything in here. Oh wait, this is a fill payment form. So they didn't change anything in this function. I think maybe, yes, they call the fill payment form function here, right? That's the only thing they changed in here. Okay, look, everything looks good, except file. Input. Interesting. So they're not typing in the actual ID, like they're not saying the ID of each element, right? They just said input. I wonder if that will actually work, but hey, let's try it out, right? So let's try this out. Nope, let's do node. Let's maximize the browser. Just go on checkout. Let's see, we'll type in the fields. Oh, wow. It actually did. No way. But it's not typing in the rest. The question is, why isn't it typing in the rest? Right. Okay, so it typed in the car number, but it did type in the expiration date nor the CVV. So that's a issue, right? The question is why. Let's check this. Inspect. It is not an input. It is an input. So the ID is expiry. So let's try this. Input. Let's specify it. ID equals expiry. And this is CVV. Nope. Verification underscore value. So sometimes Cursor will autocomplete it, but in this case it was wrong. So what I'm doing here is some manual effort. I'm retyping, or I'm specifically saying, hey, make sure you type in the input with this ID. It could also be that maybe this doesn't exist. Let's see. Let's see what the iframe is called. Title equals field container for security code. No, that is it. Field container for security code. Yeah. So it should have typed them in. It could be that maybe it needs a longer delay. 2000. Let's wait, 4000 right here. And now let's try running. Sometimes when your agent behaves weird, I just recommend increasing delays so you can get like correct behavior. Because sometimes it just moves so fast the website can't keep up unless you have a really good computer. Okay, so I typed in the expiry. So the expiry messed up on, but everything else was fine. Okay, so we have security code working. We have the expiration date typing in, or being typed in, but it's not typing in fully. 606, and then let's try it. 06 and then 24. Okay, so let's go here. 0626. It's going to type in this exact value, but obviously the slash is automatic. So this slash that comes up, I type in 06, it comes up by itself. So I don't have to add it myself, right? Okay. When you're typing too fast sometimes, what can happen is maybe the website wants you to type a little slower, right? So let's check. Let's make sure we're not missing anything. Yeah, okay, so let's do delay 100, right? So what's gonna happen is it's gonna type a little slower, and that might solve our issue, right? And just to test, once it's done, we'll have it click this pay now button. So what is it? What is this? ID checkout pay button. And by this now, we can do this ourselves, right? It's the last part. So let's do await page dot click, right? And then what's the ID? That checkout pay button. Cool. So then that's the end, right? So let's see if this works from start to finish. Expiration date now. Okay. Got the expiration date. CVV. Pay now. And we got it. We got it. And that's how you create a sneaker bot with Cursor AI. If you like this video, please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more.